Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and I'm here to talk to you about a Leeds United based sponsor on the channel, teamwallart.com. The link is in the description. Worldwide shipping, and it's unbelievable, guys. As I've told you before, this is the sort of stuff that you can get from these guys. My favourites on the end here, accused of everything, guilty of nothing since 1919. You can get this one for $5.99 if you buy another one for $7.99, and I did that. I've got the one of Marcelo Bielsa here, a beautiful image, really good quality as well, by the way, and of course the title winning boys. Some really good stuff on there, guys. As I said, the link is in the description. I went to these guys. I love this sort of stuff, and they are Leeds United fans. Go check it out. Enjoy the video. One Leeds is now sponsored by OneFootball. OneFootball is a really classy app. You can get all of your Leeds United updates on this app. You can get all the transfer news, injury news, match day news, and it really is top quality. The most downloaded app regarding football on the site. So make sure you go check it out. The link is in the description, and I hope you enjoy the video, guys. Hello everybody, welcome back to One Leeds, and welcome back to a jubilant Connor, because we've had a good day today, haven't we? We've had a really good day. I was woken up this morning by the great, listen, I never like to see a manager getting sacked, of course I don't, but I woke up this morning and there was a particular sacking that just got me going a little bit. It really did. It got me going, and that was that of our good old friend Frankie Lampard. Frankie Lampard was sacked, and yes, some might call me a little bit obsessed for bringing this up. It's not even Leeds United related, but it did give me a little bit of a smile, and we're going to get on to the development of what happened with Leeds United as well. I'm going to read out some of your comments. I hope you're all doing fantastically well. All of your Newcastle stuff is out now on the One Leeds channel. We've got your preview. We've got your opposition preview with Kendall, which was really good last night. I know a lot of you guys really enjoyed that. So as I say, I hope you're all doing fantastically well. There's a lot of Frank Lampard love which goes on here. And money, which comes onto the Leeds spectrum, really, which we're going to get onto in a little bit. Yes, Connor, I've been looking forward to this video all day. You do when it's him, Connor, made my day. And this is it, isn't it? It's oh God, it's brilliant to see the meltdown of all the Chelsea fans. It's absolutely fantastic. But yeah, listen, the main news, it's not about Chelsea. It's not about Frank Lampard. It's about Leeds United. And Leeds United have had a further increase from the San Francisco 49ers, which is massive. It's something that I was looking at for ages. I was wondering, is this going to happen for Leeds United? Are we going to get this further investment? A San Francisco 49ers is an American franchise, or obviously a global, but primarily American franchise. Are they going to be that interested in increasing their stake in Leeds United so that Leeds can get further developments everywhere? And it seems like they've done it. Well, they have done it. Confirmation today from Andrea Radrizzani and from Parag Marath, the 49ers chairman, which is massive. It's absolutely massive for Leeds United. And as you can see, our chief reporter there, Baron Cross, 49ers Enterprise increased their ownership stake in Leeds United to 37%. Parag Marath becomes vice chairman. Radrizzani says he still has a lot to achieve before there's any prospect of 49ers becoming the majority shareholder. Hosting a European night at a renovated Ellen Road remains the dream. Again, reiterated here that there have been 20 to 25 parties. 20 to 25 parties interested in investing in the club over the past couple of years. It's really nice to see, because clearly Radrizzani could have sold a little bit of his percentage to whoever. You know, I'm sure there's been a lot of money thrown at Leeds United. We've known that it's been a bit of a golden egg, getting this club back to the Premier League, getting this back, you know, this project, this city, this club back to where it belongs. And there's going to be so many people who want to get involved in Leeds United right at this moment in time, because it's a gold mine. It's an absolute gold mine. And there'll be so many companies, investment branches who'll look at Leeds United and they'll think, right, when the crowd's back, imagine what this could be in terms of money. He's gone with the right people. The 49ers have been there from the start, really, from Bielsa's reign at the start. There's a loyalty, there's a respect, there's a relationship. And this is why it's so amazing to see Leeds United right now. I'm so proud to be Leeds right at this moment, because everything is going exactly how we wanted. It's exactly what we wanted last season, to be in the Premier League, to be, you know, we're not safe yet. Touch wood, we will be safe very, very soon. But to be in with a good standing, with a good manager, with a good group of players who will die for the shirt, which they will. They put everything out there, and for some, you know, some good investment right now. And it looks like this is going to be developing at Leeds United. Is the new vice chairman a billionaire? Well, what I can tell you is about the vice chairman, Parag Marath, is that the 49ers are a huge NFL club. They're seen as one of the flagship NFL clubs. I'm sure there's a lot of NFL people who like the NFL who are on the channel who will be able to tell us even more if they do follow it. I was speaking to a 49ers fan today, and he said, you know, he's transformed the club. The 49ers is a massive brand, and you look at how many global entities Leeds have everywhere, how many fans we have everywhere. We're a worldwide club, and these guys are going to put us on that worldwide stage. But it's not all about players on the pitch, guys. I know as Leeds fans, you know, you invest in me, don't you? And I provide you with the rumour mill week in, week out. Well, you know, when the summer's going on, transfers, and we live off it, don't we? Who are Leeds interested in it? Is it Rodrigo De Paul? Is it Michael Cuisance? What's going on? But to make Leeds a global franchise like the San Francisco 49ers, you've got to put us on that world stage, and that stadium investment, that's investment in the area, that's investment in when you go into Ellen Road and having contactless here and contactless there. That's the advertising boards, that's improvements. It's subtle improvements, but grand improvements to the stadium, redeveloping stands. It's huge, and Leeds needs that. Leeds United, Ellen Road needs it. You know, it's a ground, it's a historical ground, it's a beautiful ground, it's church, isn't it? But it needs modification. It needs really bringing into the 21st century, and a company, a franchise like the 49ers can bring us into the 21st century. And Leeds United as a whole global brand needs to be improved, not just players. If you get where I'm coming from there. A lot of people talking about players on the pitch and stuff like that. All right, Connor, I hope you're doing fantastically well, says Rich. You too, buddy. Connor, you have the best LUFC channel by far. Thank you, baby. I guess I'm going to have to call you baby, aren't I? Connor the Barnet could do the tidy up. Yeah, when the barbers are open, I'll be straight there. Trust me, this really dodgy Grealish-esque whatever it is going on the top of my head, this bird's nest needs getting rid of. Go Leeds from a Niners fan, which is amazing. That's really great to see. Let's have a look a little bit more about what we saw from the 49ers. So the Enterprise team has always shared Andrea's vision for constructing a powerful and winning club in the most competitive football league in the world. Said, and the experience of the last 3 seasons has been more exhilarating than we could have ever imagined, said Marath. And this is a big thing as well. They've been through it with Radrizzani. They've been through it with Bielsa. And now they know what that next step is. Now they know that they're in a business venture. They've seen the Leeds United fans. They've seen Marcelo Bielsa. They've seen how Victor Orta and Kinnear work. They love what's going on right now, the 49ers. And they are an intelligent group of businessmen, and they know exactly what is going on with Leeds United. And the long-term project is going to be sustained here. The hard work and bold leadership demonstrated by Andrea and his team, as we can see here. The rightful place in the Premier League, and we look forward to playing an even bigger role in supporting their efforts to climb the table this year and into the future. Radrizzani has never been shy in talking about his desire to bring about fresh investment that will help the team on the pitch, and he's now targeting a return to European football at Ellen Road. And just to break off there, isn't that amazing to see? And we'll see later on, we've had this model of Wolves, we've had this model of Leicester City, and this is what Radrizzani spoke about today. It was Leicester City, and we've sort of, you know, he's moved on from talking about Wolves, and to get to Wolves' blueprint would be amazing, but now he's talking about Leicester. So there's clearly been talks, there's clearly been sort of plans put into place of what's happening next year, what's happening the year after, and that is really great to hear and see. Now that we've achieved promotion and made a positive start to the new campaign, there is no better time to be looking ahead to the future as we aim to take this football club to the next level. Initially by becoming an established Premier League side before chasing our dreams of taking Leeds United back to Europe, the Italian added. We must also be focused on reaching our potential commercially and developing Ellen Road and our training facilities. And guys, I can just tell you off the bat, it is a commercial investment for the time being. We're not going to see, and we saw that today, and I knew it a couple of weeks ago. Leeds United were not going to go into the market. You've seen the rumour mill hasn't been a thing, has it, for the past 2 weeks? It's because of that. The investment, the partnership with the 49ers was going to happen, but it wasn't going to be investment in players on the pitch. It's going to be commercial. It's going to be improving everything around Ellen Road, making Leeds that global entity, which the 49ers are. And that's great. And building blocks is something that is needed. So let's full of beans tonight, Connor. Yeah, I'm just so happy, mate. I think, we're looking at everything that's going on the pitch and we're all thinking, but the bigger picture, the generalised picture, what we can see now is going on with Leeds United is huge. It's such a massive thing. And as Tom says here, he mentions Ken Bates, and you look at every owner Leeds United have had in the past two decades, and it's been so detrimental to the club that now we've got this guy Radrizzani who's pulling us into that next realm, and setting Leeds United up commercially is huge. It really is massive. The best owner for Leeds, 100%. Let's have a look what Louis is saying here. Leicester's Blueprint, scrape survival line, win the league next season. Sounds good to me. We must stay in the Premier League. And I agree. I think obviously the Premier League is the objective. Staying in the Premier League is the objective. I think we will stay in the Premier League. But further, having a plan which Leeds haven't had for years. We have a 3 to 5 year plan to reach the level we aim by staying in the Premier League. By a few years, we have a renovated stadium that could become the symbol of our ambition. Radrizzani said in an interview, The Times, Martin Ziegler, Radrizzani revealed that he had engaged in discussions with Paris Saint-Germain's Qatari owners over investing in Leeds United, but instead pursued an agreement with Marath, which sees 49ers man increase his minority stake in the club from 15 to 37. So there you go. We're talking about PSG. We've always spoken about PSG and that investment from the French club into Leeds United. This was a huge thing, wasn't it, months ago? But Radrizzani's not. This is Paris Saint-Germain as well. What a massive club they are, full of so much money. That must have been so attractive to Radrizzani. There's been some ethical and moral problems with the Paris Saint-Germain owner, where he's been filed in lawsuit after lawsuit after lawsuit. Radrizzani, being the PR guru that he is, probably knows that that's not the best course to go down with the PSG owner. So what he's decided to do is stick with what he knows. And I reckon the 49ers have always been his number one. They've always been a trusted partner. And I think that they've always done the best with Leeds United. I think, we look at the pitch, how much Leeds United have paid Tottenham for the pitch as well. There's going to be a considerable input of that, if not all, from the San Francisco 49ers. So they're helping Leeds on and off the pitch, literally, already. And I think we're going to see straight away the commercial impact. And then the 3 to 5 year plan, we're going to see some serious developments with Leeds United, which is absolutely massive. Mick Fanning as well is talking about the investment in cash. Believe it is 50 million, Mick, as of right now, 50 to 60 million. And the 49ers have valued Leeds United at 250 to 280 million as an entity, as a club, which is it's a damn sight more than what it was, which is huge for Leeds. And it's all about the small building blocks. It's all about getting Leeds United to that stage where you'll go to Thailand or you'll go to Singapore and you'll see Leeds United shirts everywhere, and it is developing Leeds into that brand, which is really great. And I think it's a big development for Leeds United at this moment in time. So 49ers by 22% from Radrizzani. What new money is there? As I've said, I think it's around 50 to 60 million from what I've been told and from what people are reporting on it here, there, and everywhere. let's have a little read on from what he's saying. If we are able to stay in the Premier League after 2 or 3 years, I think this club could step up to be in the group 3 or 4 clubs next to the big ones, the Italian stated, which is how we all see it, isn't it? Leeds United, as a club, we want our plan to be that 3 or 4 outside the big boys, and then we can develop. And I think Leeds United could get a better model than Wolves. I think we could be on par with Leicester City. I think the spectrum of Leeds United was such a massive club. We're a one city club. Our fan base, we're everywhere. And I think there's so much potential there. And I think the 49ers know that, and Radrizzani knows that. Our model, I think, is Leicester City. If there's a club I admire for what has been done in terms of football management, it's Leicester, Radrizzani said. I respect and admire what Leicester have done, so that is in my model. That's where we should aim to be. How they manage the club and keep their standards high. This is really interesting because Radrizzani was talking so much about Wolves. Previously, when he's spoken about the club that he wants to be, it is Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves haven't had a great season this season. They've not had a good season. We've seen a lot of performances decline. A lot of key personnel have been out. But it's really interesting how he's changed tack to Leicester. And that's where he says, keeping the standards high. The standards with Wolves are extremely high. But I'm talking about that Premier League standard. Leicester are always there and thereabouts, top 4, top 6. And it's really interesting to know how Radrizzani suddenly has changed from Wolves to Leicester in light of what is going on at this moment in time. I respect and admire what Leicester have done. That is how we should be. The Italian revealed that private discussions between members of Leeds United hierarchy had previously discussed the success of Leicester City's approach and that emulating such a concept could deliver great results for Leeds United. Well, obviously, they won the Premier League. There has been much speculation that Radrizzani was equally keen to pursue deals which would secure Leeds' status as a major player in European football, acquiring feeder clubs and satellite teams not dissimilar to Manchester City's umbrella network. And that is how you develop as a franchise. That's how you develop as a global entity. And that's, we don't know as of now how involved the 49ers have been. Transfers getting over the line, Rafinha, Rodrigo. How involved of the 49ers been? They could have been heavily involved. We don't know how much of that transfer fee, they could have been involved with Rodrigo and Rafinha, but it could have been a substantial amount. As I say, initially, it's going to be commercial, but as we develop into the summer months, as we develop next year, for me, it's obviously going to turn into player signings. And we've always said, haven't we, on the One Leeds fan channel, that as soon as Bielsa gets these elite players in their positions in the summer and years going into the future, we're going to become a serious force. You look at our first season in the Premier League, signing players of the caliber of Rodrigo, Rafinha, Champions League players, having players like Koch, a German international, Llorente, a Spanish international. Can you think, aside from Wolves, of any promoted team who's gone out with the intention of doing that straight away? Can you think of any promoted club that has Marcelo Bielsa, an elite coach, if not the best coach in world football, at the helm? Can you think of a group? I think the owners of some of the clubs that have come up have been fantastic. You look at Wolves and Leicester in particular, even Norwich, but Norwich are on a different level in terms of the investment. But Leeds United is so set up now for a real project, a real staple in European football. We've got all the ingredients there now. And now we just need the investment. We need the plan. There's a 3 to 5 year plan. And yeah, as of today, there's been a 50, 60 million pound investment, but we have no idea of the caliber of investment that has been, already put into the squad from the 49ers, which is huge, absolutely huge. So we're just getting into some of your comments. A lot of talks about Frank Lampard still, which is interesting. James Redmond, we need to secure safety first. The way we do that is to add strength. With this current squad, I don't think we'll, but we could still go down. Warranted, it definitely is warranted, and that's why when you hear people talking about top 10, talk about Europe, you know, talking about Champions League, it's not the objective this year. The objective is to finish 17th. Aston Villa would have gone into absolute meltdown if they'd have gone down last year. They've gone into meltdown. They've got some cracking owners behind them. Aston Villa have got some serious plans, by the way, as well. Just as an aside note, as a tangent, a very, very big backer behind, hence why they've been able to keep all the likes of Grealish. So that sort of financial power is only enabled if you're in the Premier League. You're only enabled to do certain things if you're in the Premier League. Financial fair play being a key contributor to that. So Leeds have to stay in the Premier League. Have to stay in the Premier League. And that would have been the objective for Aston Villa. That would have been the objective for Wolverhampton, Leicester, and even Sheffield United to stay in this Premier League. It is objective number one. Are there 3 teams worse than Leeds United in the Premier League this year? I think so. I think we've got 2 of them down there who will stay down there. I think the team we're playing tomorrow night is another one of those 3 who I think will go down. But this is why tomorrow night is such a massive fixture for Leeds United. And there is no understating the importance of getting a result against Newcastle tomorrow night. It's a massive game for Leeds United. You know, we've got a few games after that. We've got some top teams coming up where you're thinking, okay, you know, normally you'd write that game off as a free hit. So we've got some huge games coming up, but some absolutely terrific news today. And hopefully we're then able to, you know, get Newcastle out the way, hopefully get a victory there. The great news today with the investment, and then we can look further on, you know, and we can start developing this plan, which we will do anyway. But yeah, tomorrow's massive. No, can't understate that. The pressure's on Newcastle, but there is pressure on Leeds as well. You know, not won in 3, not scored in 3 either. Rachel Bush says 3 to 5 year plan seems to rely a lot on keeping Bielsa. Yeah, I mean, of course, definitely. Definitely. I mean, yeah, Bielsa staying. I think he will stay. I think the big thing we saw from the San Francisco 49ers owner Parag Marath today as well is the fact that he will be you know, going to Marcelo Bielsa and hopefully extending his contract. You know, him, Radrazani and Marath, that is the objective, to keep hold of Marcelo Bielsa. They're businessmen. They've been invested. You forget the 49ers have been here from the start. They've been here from the start of Bielsa's tenure. So they know exactly what Bielsa's about. They've seen it. They're not outside investment like the PSG owners who, you know, Khalifi, if he was to come in, it's not outside, oh, well, this hasn't happened. We lost to Leicester. We lost to Palace. You know, let's get rid of Bielsa, or this sort of nonsense. The 49ers are a brilliant investment group because they've seen what's gone on with Leeds United. They've seen the success. They've seen what's not worked. What has worked is Marcelo Bielsa. So keeping him is absolutely integral to what we do. Reese says it seems to stay on us, you know, on us staying up, which is huge. But yeah, I just think it's absolutely massive that obviously, you know, Leeds get the result tomorrow night, and I think we will get the result tomorrow night. Guys, thank you so much for joining. It's been 25 minutes. If you've missed any of this, you can go back and re-look at it. I wanted this to be 15 minutes, but when you guys are getting your comments in, I always want to read it, you know, read stuff out and try to get the engagement high. Go back and watch this if you haven't already. If you've just joined, welcome to the One Leeds fan channel. This is the biggest number of live viewers I've ever had. So if you could subscribe to the channel, it would mean the absolute world to me. I'm trying to put out as much content as I can at this moment in time. And yeah, so that would be absolutely great, guys. As I said, if you've just joined now, go back and watch it. Hit the like button if you would. Thank you so much. And I'll speak to you, should be tomorrow night or the night or the day after. Cheers.